Okay, it's about time I return to this series. It's about time I return to this series. So I'm going to make 3 more videos on zero cycling, covering a few more things, a few more setups. So I've been over front dragon setups for all of these towers, and I'm going to continue on with the front dragon setups by covering this one in this video. This is the front t97. Okay. So, here is your t97. Turn hitbox like is on. There we go. So, with this setup, every other setup, it's been go up and out a bit, get your bed under where the dragon's going to be rotating, and blow it up. But what top runners do for top setups on these really tall towers is like to deal with the fact that you just don't have as much time. The dragon's right there. Instead of building up to get your bed far enough away that it won't blow up this crystal when you explode it, which is obviously important, they instead go out and up, and you're blowing up beds slightly offset from where the dragon is rotating in the sky, which does make the timing a little bit funky, a little bit different, but nonetheless, it is very much it's fine. You can do it. Okay, so for T97, here's how you build your setup. You go to this corner. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking at this third one from the left, second one from the right. This block here. This is your important one, and that's where you're building up on. To do some more speed, you should place a block, as you're running across here to get to your block, place another one, and then double extend up here. Do that, and then from here, we're going out, so you're going to want to employ some diagonal speed bridging to go out, unshift, reshift, now again. So that's 2 diagonal speed bridges right there. So, oh, hello. Whoops, slipped off the edge. So once, twice, you're out here. And from here, you go staircasing up. Once, twice. So it's 2 diagonal, 2 staircase up. With all the other setups that I've recommended, once you've got to the point where you want to stand, and you go 2 staircase up, you then go like this and build your setup. Slight difference on this one. The reason that it's slightly different is just because, like, with the other setups, I've sort of, like, figured them out on my own, and this one was, like, this setup was specifically shown to me, so I'm just sort of copying how they showed it. So instead of going out and placing it like this, you actually want to place your block next to that one, and then 2 up, and your explosion-proof blocks of any kind. In this case, of course, I use respawn anchors, and as you can see, the the crystal is completely safe from your bed explosions. If you blow up this crystal, it's still safe. This, which of course would be the final, I said crystal here instead of respawn anchor, whatever. This would be the final respawn anchor that you would blow up, and that does get rid of the crystal, so, that's fine. Because obviously, if you're down to your last explosive and the dragon isn't dead, then you've got a different problem. Yeah, so to recap, up twice, diagonal twice, bridge up twice, to the side, and up twice again, and then your anchors, or I've only ever, in previous videos, I just said place anchors here. To be clear, that just needs to be any explosion-proof block. So if you haven't got anchors, you can use crying obsidian, you can use regular obsidian. It just needs to be something that won't disappear when you blow up stuff next to it. There you go. So let me show you that in fast motion. Oh, that's unexpected. There we go. And that did it on the first attempt, totally. Believe me, yes, through the power of editing, you'll never know. Yeah. There you go. Obviously, that first pearl was really scuffed, and I got very lucky. You shouldn't be aiming for that. You should be aiming for, you know, something that makes a bit more sense, like that. There you go. That's more like it. And one thing to note with this is you actually have more time on this one than you do with the T94, which is a bit counterintuitive. I actually think the T97 is slightly easier, in my personal opinion. So yeah, and yeah, the other thing to note is that different timing that you have, because it is offset. So if it's helpful to think it like this, really think about like that first explosion being a lot later on this one. So you're going for the same sort of thing of when the dragon's head hitbox is visually over the bed. It's just sometimes, as you saw, the dragon is like flying in from that direction and flying over here. So you sort of have to make a rough approximation of when the dragon is over here and explode it there. And then sometimes, you know, it will come from over here and it will pass right over the bed, in which case you can get really good damage. And you sort of have to make the most of the times when the dragon's rotation is helpful, and do the best that you can when it's not so helpful. Yeah, hopefully that all made sense. And hopefully this is the only time I'll have to record this, and I won't have to re-record this because it's rubbish. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.